Hello and welcome back to the next episode of the Aurora Uncut Let's Play series. In today's episode, we're going to be continuing where we last left off. Now, you may be wondering immediately, why the hell do I have this up? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I do have something to say to you. I have decided to add some medals in. I imported them from a utility on the forums, which basically just is a big medal pack. Medals are great tools that you can use just for the RP purposes, recognizing your soldiers and showing who did what, where, and how well they did. The link to this medal pack will be in the description below, but we have great things like, discovering thousands of bodies, salvager class, physicist, trooper class, and these are pretty amazing looking medals, as you can see. So I've decided to add those. The next thing, the goal for this episode is going to be to first, we've uncovered the ruins, but we're going to dig them up. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I need to turn metal management off. My bad. We need to dig them up. So to do that, we need to build some construction brigades. And then the next thing is I also want to continue basically industrialization of this world and finish off the terraforming. Now, my thinking, right, is that because it's got so much corundium, why should we move the corundium back to Earth? Wouldn't it be easier to just send construction factories to Rice? Because if we send construction factories, that can just produce its own mines infinitely, essentially. And it can just produce and produce and produce. So that's my thinking behind that specifically. Of course, that may cause some logistics issues, but we could then basically send all of our mining needs over to that planet without having Earth having to do everything for everyone. We could also produce automated mines and things that do require, various other things. We could even produce construction factories on the planet. As long as we have a few construction factories, we can really start going onto Rice. So, besides that, let's get right into it. The first thing that I'm going to do is we do have our MCV. We're going to need a combat engineer battalion. So, here we go. Combat engineer battalion. And we're going to give them how many? 318. So let's go 45. That gets us 15,000 tons. Like, oh, that's a lot. Let's go for 30. Okay, there we go. And I'm gonna give them some Federalist guards. I'm gonna give them like 150 Federalist guardsmen, about a company's worth. And we can remove. Yeah, we can remove some of them actually. So let's do 120. And what about 100? Okay, we get that. So now let's remove 8. So 92. There you go. Nice even at 10,000. I always like even numbers, even if it may mean a little bit less effective. But yeah, these guys now have construction vehicles, and these construction vehicles will basically be able to dig up, fortify, and do a bunch of other things that are going to be very, very important. So let's get that formation built immediately. I'm going to get 4 battalions done. Those will be done in 2164. 2164 is next year. Okay, so now that that's on the way, we'll transport those over once they're done. Now that that's on the way, let me have a think about what the next move is in terms of other stuff. So we were thinking about our colonization plans last episode, and in those colonization plans, we were thinking about, a place like Tau Ceti, for example, which can obviously take a population. And also, no, I do not want to close. Do not close. Also, so as we can see, we've explored quite a significant amount of the galaxy. Once we secure Tau Ceti, we can then secure 55 Buddhists, but Bernard Star is a much more tempting target. If we had a look over at Bernard Star contains a desert mountain nitrogen oxygen atmosphere world with a lot of corundium, 0.9 accessibility with 13 million units of corundium. Also, the only terraforming thing we will really ever need to do here is going to be to add in some oxygen. Once we've added the oxygen, we will then be able to have a fully habitable desert mountain world nearby. So, I'm going to make immediate efforts to begin colonization of that. The problem is we need to wait on infrastructure. Once Rice has actually finished its infrastructure, we can start moving it off planet, but that's kind of going to take a bit. So, I've already ordered that some infrastructure be produced, and we have 855 units of it. So we're going to send over cargo group Alpha. I'm actually going to detach 4 of them, and I'm going to put them into cargo group Charlie. And I'm going to grab... So these guys can haul 40 infrastructure at a time. So we're going to send them over to Bernard Star, send it over to this world, and then we're going to go to Sol and refuel. So 40 infrastructure... We're going to need to do this 20 times. So we'll do a 19 here. Repeat that 19 times. That'll take quite a while to move over. Once we land the infrastructure, the civilians should start taking over for us. Yeah, and in honor of that, someone did a request that they want a planet named after them. It was Alter Ego on the comment section. He's been a great support of the channel, and so I'm going to rename Bernard Star 2 to Ego as the colony. So there we go. You're now a desert mountain world. How is everything else going? Everything looking fine. 9.5 million miners. We could definitely move some more over, and that's probably what I am going to do. We have 312 mines, but as we know, Earth is slowly, mining all of its resources up, and in that situation, we're going to need to obviously move them off world. So let's actually begin doing that. I'm going to load mines. Send that over to... Yes, I'm going to send that over to Alpha Centauri. Go to Rice, unload all of our mines, and then go back to Sol, and then refuel. One thing I'm going to do now is... So that will be 20 mines, right? As far as I remember. We have 5 vessels. No, 10 mines. We can move 10 mines at a time. So let's move another 100. So I'll repeat that order 9 times. That'll take us 2,000 days for that, though. So that's quite significant. Okay. Everything is looking very good so far, though. I do want to start building our scout frigate somewhat soon because I want to put buoys at all of these different locations to just, make sure that we can appropriately defend ourselves, as the need arises, of course. Because if, for example, an alien went through Bernard Star, I would have no idea right now if that was heading to Sol, or if that was heading to Tau Ceti, or wherever the hell that would be heading to. So, I have to be very concerned about that. Also, someone did comment about the fact that this is the guy who discovered America. I think it was the wife of the guy who discovered America, or the wife of the guy who discovered America. So I'm going to keep the name, but the next generation of ships are not going to have that name. Sigma, Eridani. Let's go through here. You finished that surveying. Paula Diaz is unable to carry out orders. Let's send you through this jump point then, and let's discover some more stuff. Nothing in 980 SETI. Interesting. And they'll finish surveying that pretty quickly. If we have a look at, let's just have a look at Alpha Centauri. That's the most important place. Interesting. So because of how the solar system is moved, this is moved away from this, which means that it's actually easier for them to just go from here to here, which is kind of annoying. Ion drives finally complete. Very good. Let us get some improvements from... The only thing I really want now is, let's get better fuel efficiencies. And I also want to get some power plant boosts because I want to build some fighters. And the reason I want to build some fighters is so that I can support... I can, have planetary garrisons, but also for our carriers that will be in the future. We have finished up our 30,000 ton shipyard, so that is definitely something that we're going to want to consider. When we'll have those railguns, research rate, next tier research rate is going to complete, which is going to be a really big deal as well. How is the mines going? 200 mines now. We're mining so much uranium, which is looking really great for us. They finished it up, really. Okay, wow, that's impressive. Let's send you through that jump point then. Gravitational survey complete. Yep, let's send you through the jump point. Another empty system. Okay, and the poor Diaz has headed back to Sol. Yeah, what I'm going to do is, because we have ion technology, I'm going to keep these guys here. Let's overhaul them. And I'm going to get ready for a refit, because I think it's about time. They've been in service for how long? Explorer class, you've been in service for history, ship class. They've been in service for a total of nearly 19 years total. 19 years is quite a lot of time, so we're going to refit this. So I'm going to copy this design. We're going to call this Explorer B class to indicate refit. We're going to get rid of these old nuclear pulse drives, and we're going to get rid of the sensor, as well as the basic thermal sensor and the electromagnetic. And we're going to update the armor. There we go, so it's now composite. And then we're going to add in our new engine. Now, the old engine, what was the design? I'm going to change the design, but I want to know the engine. T1250. So that means it's a size 25. Then we do a 80 decrease. So that means we get 250 engine power. So that means that we should go about 2,500 kilometers per second instead. Okay, and we'll name this to Class M. Class M E T150 EP250 ion drive. Prototype that. Go over here and make sure we have our prototype into exploration. Turn on the prototype. There we go. And we got our engine all looking good there. Fuel efficiency is a lot lower, but speed is around the same. I wonder why that is. Oh, it's because it's only got one drive. Ah, yes, there should be two of them. My mistake. So there we go. We added those two drives. We've got 600 tons left to play with. With those 600 tons, I think I'm going to... Oh, I did a jump drive by mistake, didn't I? No, what that? Another engine by mistake, my bad. We can then design some electromagnetic sensors. I don't really think it's worth it, honestly. I mean, they do the job. Let's just add them back in. Maybe our active sensors, though, we could consider them. Nah, it's not worth it. This is just going to be an engine and armor refit, I guess. And that'll keep the cost down, of course. Yeah, Mark 1 active missile detection sensor. There we go. We're also going to add in some more engineering supplies, I think. Maybe or more fuel. We're going to need some more fuel, I think, because we're going to be, exploring further out. So let's make sure we've got enough fuel for what we need. So there we go. We got a significant upgrade over the base version. As you can see, 2,000 kilometers per second for the base, and now because of the ion technology, we have 3,125 kilometers per second. While we are at our refits, I'm going to make sure we actually get those research prototypes sorted out. While we are at these refits, I'm going to go over to our patrol ship, the Thames class. Now, the Thames class I didn't really do much with because it was our base vessel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new class, a new patrol ship. And this patrol ship is going to... The point of a patrol ship, really, in actual fact, is just to be basically a vessel that can protect civilian shipping, protect worlds, stay in system. This is going to be what the Coast Guard are going to mainly use. So we're going to upgrade the armor. First off, I'm going to rip out the engine. I'm going to rip out the... I mean, do we really want a carronade? That is the ultimate question. Do we want a carronade? I don't think we want a carronade. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove that, I'm going to remove that, and I'm going to remove that, and I'm going to remove that. We're going to go over to design it. I'm thinking we do an FAC. That is my thinking, because it can be cheaply built. They are very small, can be very efficient, and the point is going to be to provide, some patrol boats. So I don't want it to go into the size of a Corvette, for example. With previous technology, we're not able to do that, so we had to, we had to go a little bit bigger, but we don't have to do that right now. We have an engineering space. We need to add another one. There we go. So, let us design this. So, what kind of engine are we going to want here? How much of the hull space? Let's bring up the ship optimizer for this, actually, because it is always very, very useful to bring it up. So, ship optimizer. We even got a ship planner here. So, 1,000 tons is going to be what I want, and a desired speed of well, let's say 8,000 kilometers per second. We're going to give it a range of 10 billion kilometers. And we're going to make sure we actually get our text right. We're going to do 1.75, 60, and composite armor. Not feasible. That is unfortunate. What about 6,400 kilometers per second? That is feasible. That would take up, how much would that take up? That would take up 7.6. So we're looking at nearly, what's that? Yeah, that's a significant amount. We're looking at nearly half the ship alone in that. That gives us a 10 billion kilometer range. What about we give it a 5,400 kilometers per second? 6.4 power boost 1.35 gives us quite a bit of fuel. Fuel HS 2.34. How much faster would that be over like the Thames? Thames is 4,000 kilometers per second, so this would be a significant upgrade. What about a 5,800? 5,800 can easily be achieved. Let's just go for around 6,000 kilometers per second. 6,000. 6 engine HS taken up by engines. We give a power boost of 1.3. That gives us available tonnage of 530 tons. And that gives us a speed of 61. What about 6,200? Like, we lose out on that, but we only get more fuel efficiency, right? 6,400 kilometers per second. I want an even number here. Why is it not giving me an even number? That's my problem. Yeah, these we get pretty fast here. 6,800. No, not achievable. I think we'll go with 5,800. I think that will work out for me there. Optimal engine size 6.9. Yeah, I'm happy with a 5,800 kilometers per second ship. So that means we need an engine HS of what is that? 6.9. Okay, design tech. Go over here and we're gonna go for 6.9 with a 1.35 power boost. Do we really want to do that? We go 124. We could go for that, and that would give us a pretty decent amount. 124, 144. So that's 350 tons, which is quite a lot if you think about it realistically speaking. So we'll just go with what the designer says. Though I would like a round number, honestly. We go for 8 HS, give us an EP 140 with 400 tons vessel. Let's try that actually. I'm going to go a little bit off script from the designer and see if that will actually suit my needs. So that gives us 571 tons, but makes us very, very fast. The concern, of course, is going to be dealing with everything else. So let's get a... What kind of weapon do we want? Now, we could obviously go plasma carronade, but plasma carronades take a long time to fire and they're very, very heavy. Railguns, on the other hand, we could have a 12cm railgun, and that would do, yeah, 8 points of damage with 250 tons, with a decent rail velocity. The problem is our railgun launch velocity is not exactly startling. So we may just give it the cheaper plasma carronade. What's the cost differential from here? This would cost, what was that, 7.3. A plasma carronade would cost us 12, so that would be more expensive. What about 20 centimeter, 15 centimeter? We could do a 20 centimeter plasma cannon. It'll give us a range of 100,000 kilometers compared to 180 kilometers. And that would reduce the power requirement significantly as well. Actually, hell yeah, we got the research. Why not we use plasma carronades? Okay, we're gonna call this Mark 1, Mark 2 naval cannon. We'll call it 300mm naval cannon. And this will fit onto the ship. Here we go. Carronade. There we go. And that's pretty good. So it's going to be on a pretty significantly high speed here. Now we need to add in active sensors and various other things. We need also a power plant, so let's add in a power plant. I'm going to need a 1.5 or 1.6 HS reactor engine. We're going to call this Mark II FAC reactor. There we go. Prototype that. Then we're going to add in a beam fire control. Now this can go 100,000 kilometer range, I believe. Since we only have one weapon as well, we can also take advantage of that. So, single weapon fire control. We're going to give it a range of 142. Yeah, we'll give it 3x then. I don't really know what speed we're going to get out of this, but I'm going to guess about 7,500 kilometers per second. So we're going to go for a 2.5 HS increase to that. So that gives us a 94-ton beam fire control. So really cutting out the edge here in terms of actually being able to do okay. Okay, it looks like it's 7,000 kilometers per second is going to be our speed. Interesting. We need to get our reactor. Mark II. Yeah, that is a problem, isn't it? That's 80 ton. So let's move that. Move that. So it doesn't really give us a lot of wiggle room, does it? Not a lot of wiggle room, indeed. Not really sure what we can do in that situation then. 120 BP cost, that's pretty ridiculous. Yeah, I'm not too sure what we can do here about that. What is really taking up all the space? I guess it's the beam fire control taking up most of the space, but it's also the engine. We have composite armor, of course. The weapon's taking up the most haulage, so I've got to probably find a way to fix that. Let's go for a smaller engine, I guess. Not small engine, yeah, a smaller engine, I think. Because that will give us 10,000 kilometers per second. We'll go for a smaller engine, and we'll also go for a smaller fire control. So I'll do a engine. I want 6 HS. 6 HS, there we go. Let's give it a boost. 1.4. We could give it a 1.6 HS boost. But we need a lot more if we're going to get that. So that gives us 350 tons, so we save 50 tons from that. But I don't think that's enough to get the tonnage I want out of it. So if we reach 20 EP, we're probably going to go down more. Okay, let's go for 300. Let's see if we can get something decent out of that engine. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to add in we'll add in the current beam fire control. There we go. We add in the reactor. There we go. And then we have pretty much everything we need there. I honestly think we could fit the 350 on, but I'm not sure if that'll work out for us. Yeah. Do we really need active sensors on this? I guess we do. We need some kind of active sensor. So we'll just add a small one. Nothing too large. Yeah, let's add like a 0.0.5, 25 ton active sensor. Prototype that on. And then we can prototype that active sensor on straight away. And then we can put the rest into fuel. There we go. So it's got extremely little fuel, but it's very fast for its size, and it also has a big cannon on it. This big, 300 tons if we think about it. If we look at the hullage, it works out pretty well for us overall. These are also pretty cheap to build, and quite fast considering the sacrifices we have to make. But these plasma cannonades could definitely come in very handy. But yeah, I think that's good. I'm not gonna build it yet, but I'm gonna give it a name. We're gonna call it the Mersey, just because I like naming these after rivers. Okay, let's actually get some time incremented because we just spent like most of the bloody episode just designing that, and that really doesn't do anything, does it? Anyway, let's get some increments in. Research rate just completed. Good, 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 good. Let's go for construction and production. I want to get better mining if we could. Yeah, let's get better mining. But that research should definitely speed everything else up here. We'll nearly have those 15-centimeter railguns. I'm going to bring the Guandois back to port. No, not back to that port. I want back to Sol. Oh, you're already at Sol. You're already at Sol. Okay, cool. Stay there. And now we should also be able to get the engine I need. Bring the fuel consumption down. And we will grab the ion drive. We're going to need that for our next generation exploration vessels. In terms of colonization, Ego has now gotten 0.1 million people, or 100,000 people have now landed on the planet, which is always nice. So that now means that we have a presence in Bernard Star. I'm going to have a look over there for possible naval outpost targets. Let's have a look. Bernard Star. Not really any, so it looks like we have to put the naval outpost on the Desert Mountain World, which I'm not too opposed to, actually, so that kind of works out for us somewhat. Maintenance facilities just completed their construction, good. Mines completed on Earth. Do we need to increase that? No, we do not. I'm going to order another 200 mines to be made. At 20, let's do 50. I'm going to do 50% here. I need as many mines as we can get, realistically enough. Complete research into the ion drive, so now that means that we should be able to refit our shipyards accordingly. I will have the... I don't really have a shipyard fitted directly for them. You're going to have to do for now. Let's do the Explorer B. We're going to go refit. So we're going to refit from the Explorer class to the Explorer B class. So those will be done by the end of the year. 10 research facilities need attending to. Yep, add that. But we have to assign new. How is our electromagnetic strength coming? Okay, that's going good. We nearly got our construction vehicles coming up here. Not construction vehicles. Our combat engineer battalion should be finishing up here soon. We just had them both refitted correctly to the correct classes. Very, very nice. So let's send them back out. We've now refitted both of them, and I'm also going to build 2 more of them. Yeah, I'm going to build 2 more of them. Actual names I can also pronounce, that's nice. And we're going to continue our exploration of the galaxy as I see fit. So, we have all of these places still need to be sent to. So we're going to send to... You are going to 55 Buddhas. You are going to... where else? Yeah, you are going to go to YZ SETI. Go to YZ SETI for me, please. Oh, I want you to... Yeah, goo. Oh, you're in overhaul. That is kind of an issue. Yeah, okay. Well, you'll head over there and you'll do your surveying. But yeah, they're a lot faster now, which should really help out. Production of infrastructure completed on Earth. That is a bit concerning. Let us get... I want to get a few more military academies, so let's get 15 of those. I'm going to order now our troop transports to start moving those forces over. So let's go to Sol. Let's go to Earth. Let's load 2 combat engineer battalions. Head straight back to Alpha Centauri, unload those onto Rice, and then head to Sol and refuel. That'll take us about half a year. A little under half a year. Mines going well. We're continuing our mining operations on the planet. We're making now about 10,000 tons worth of stuff annually. We completed orders station at jump point. Oh, yes, I didn't update their standing orders. Survey node system body, there we go. And the Paula just completed her overhaul. Let's head you to YZ SETI, please. Gravitational survey has been completed. Good. We're going to send you through this jump point. Okay, ooh, interesting. It's an interesting place. Oh, we may have just found an NPR. Okay, Theta Fornicus. Forested mountain nitrogen oxygen atmosphere. The question is does this have an alien population on it? I'm very inclined to think it does, because whenever you see a world like this, you almost have to guarantee it is going to be the case. So, if it's not, where is the system located? There. These are two pretty decent systems. If this is not alien controlled, we need to start connecting our systems up there and take that as well. We have Alpha Centauri, we're colonizing Bernard Star, but we need to start making inroads into Tau Ceti, 55 Buddhist, and Theta Fornicus. But yeah, I'm going to make sure that I don't see it. We would see an electromagnetic signature. No? This is a practically habitable planet, no? Temperature. We just need to increase the temperature slightly, but that is basically Earth diameter, Earth, nitrogen, oxygen, forest, and mountain. We also have that world as well on top of that. But it's perfectly habitable, like in terms of actual colony cost there. The Polar has completed orders. Oh yeah, I forgot to update that one as well. Survey, no survey location. So that's serving the inner planet for now. That's a problem. Fuck. I shouldn't have time so much. Okay, well, what are these guys? I think I know what these guys are. Yep, Rackers. Rackers. Ground force signature 200 tons. Surface to orbit weapons opened fire. Okay. Well, we've got good news and bad news. Bad news, our ship just blew up. Unfortunately, our the ship I can't pronounce blew up, but the good thing is damage per hit 32. What kind of bloody weapon was that? 15 energy impacts at strength 32. They must be plasma carronades at that range, right? No way. But yeah. So the good news is that this is not an NPR. And because it's not an NPR, they're not going to expand. The bad news, we lost a ship. The other good news is that likely this planet will contain significant resources. Rackers are basically protectors of mineral-rich worlds, and it's also a forested mountain with a really nice oxygen nitrogen atmosphere. We will need to secure this planet. I want to secure this planet. This planet is going to be of great importance. So that is definitely unfortunate. I'm going to have to lock the system off here. We're going to name those there. I'm going to miscellaneous, military restrict the system, and block system auto route. Unfortunate that the ship did die, all the crew will obviously die, but that does give us a thing to aim for here. So I think our idea is going to be we're going to colonize Tau Ceti, 55 Buddhist, establish a colony there, and then we can start thinking about moving into that system, because that system is very juicy for what I can see. But anyway, we're going to have to move on. That's really unfortunate that we lost that vessel. Yeah, that is definitely unfortunate. But, did we recover installations? I think we did. Cargo shuttle station recovered, automated mine, construction factory. We recovered 3 improved nuclear pulse engines, well, too bad, because we are a little bit more ahead of that already. But we are starting to recover installations on Rice. So we now have automated mines, terraforming installation even, which is really nice. Infrastructure, a lot of stuff's being recovered out here. We also have a construction factory now, which means we can actually start building some things. So I'm going to have this. First of all, I'm going to set a small reserve of corundium. I'm going to set a corundium reserve of 2000 and a neutronium and uranium reserve of 2000. So that our ship won't pick them up. I want to have some stockpile on that planet. Okay. But we should now be uncovering all these installations, which is going to be very nice. let's have a look here. We recovered some wealth on the planet, which is cool. What else did we recover? We're just looking at this. We recovered a mine and an automated mine. Covered another mine. 15 centimeter railgun just completed research. Missile kinetics. Let us get our railgun launch velocity research actually sorted out here, because that is kind of an embarrassment. Gravitational survey of YZ SETI completed. We've got another construction factory, which is really nice. So don't have to move them over, they're just there, which is always useful. So we're starting to build up a stockpile, as we can see here. I'm going to start building some construction factories. Let's build 10 construction factories. That'll take us quite a bit of time, but that will speed up over that time. But yeah, we actually got some manufacturing happening off planet. Virginius has been discovered. We found 5.2 milliliters of fuel. That's good. Finding a lot of things. Increased morale, ground force construction, more fuel, 340 abandoned infrastructure. A lot of stuff being recovered here. We found like 15,000 tons of magnesium. That is nothing to sniff at all. That's a lot of magnesium, just for free essentially. And these ruins definitely paying dividends for themselves. Yeah, definitely indeed paying dividends. So yeah, you have ground force construction, really diversifying the manufacturing sector. Terraforming installation, cargo shuttle station, financial center. We'll move a lot of this stuff off the world. We still have 109 more installations to go. 60 million liters of fuel. We have maintenance supplies. 13,000 magnesium on the planet. Now, I do want to actually turn this into a center of research, and to do that, I'm gonna need better transportation. Our transportation is fine, like the class size, but we're gonna need to actually like improve the engine efficiency in the engines we're using. So we're going to go for size 50% for that. Commercial ion drive, and then we'll call this class C, T3000, EP375, ion drive. And then I'm going to add that to a new New York B variant. I don't really need a new colony ship, so I'm not going to upgrade that yet. We're going to go for the engines, take them all off, add on our engines. Where are they? Where is our great engine? There we go. And then we can add in 3-4 of those, and that will increase our speed by quite a significant margin, to be honest. But obviously that does increase the cost associated with it. Yeah, our cost is going to be quite significantly affected, but I think that'll work out for us. Let's go over to our shipyards. Can we actually sort that for us out here? No, we're going to retool our shipyard for the oh, we can't. We need to actually research the engine. My bad. Yeah, we'll research the engine. And then we're gonna go for power and propulsion. We'll grab it after that one then. Just forget that better fuel efficiency. Fighter factories were found. More fuel, abandoned mass drivers, more construction factories. Naval headquarters was even found on the planet. Oh my god. Getting a lot of stuff. Complete research into geosurvey equipment, which is nice. I'm now gonna get ground force stuff to start focusing on. What do I want to focus on realistically? Heavy vehicles, long range bombardment, boarding combat. That's definitely something I want to have a look at. Let's do that boarding combat stuff. Oh, did we get a CWIS even? We found a construction factory. We got a CWIS 160 on the planet. That's very interesting. We found 8 abandoned maintenance modules, which are for ships, not actually for anything else. Slowly digging up all that stuff there. Mineral shortage on rice. Yeah, well, there's no maintenance supplies, are there? But yeah, like they can actually support a tiny ship up there if they wanted to. A lot of mines now, and we're continuing to get more installations out of the planet. So overall, everything's going really, really well on that front. Paula Diaz has had issues. We need to sort that out. Let's send you to that planet. Oh, not that planet, that system. We have uncovered an abandoned mine. We complete research into fuel rate consumption. That's good. We covered another construction factory on the rise. So we actually got 5 of them. So we're able to decently build some more construction factories on the world. What did we finish up? We finished construction factories. I'm gonna put this into getting. Yeah, we'll put that into that for now, and keep building more stuff for us. Discovered a new jump point, ordnance factories, geological survey sensors. So much is being found. We finished off some new vessels. But yeah, wow. A little bit of a slower episode at the start, but it's really picked up in the latter half, and it's going really well. I think a lot of interesting things happened. Unfortunately, we did lose our first ship in this game. We will take vengeance once I am able to get the technology I need for the vessels I need. We're going to build some scout frigates, some actual frigates, get our railguns sorted out here. And yeah, I can't wait to see you guys in the next episode. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help out. I'm in Space Marine, and you've been watching Uncut. I'll see you next time.